My name is Mike Cammilleri. I'm the Dean of Fun at Cheltenham Elementary. It's a loaded title. I teach 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade math for half the day, and then I have all sorts of community objectives with the other half of the day. I run the positive behavior reinforcement system. I MC all of our community meetings on Monday and Friday. I run the green parties with the whole school. I plan and execute fun Fridays and things like that. I'm a jack of all trades for the first half of my day, and second half of the day I'm in the classroom teaching math. Top 3 outcomes guaranteed, right? Social emotional, right? You see that level of independence. I've talked about that at length, right? I come to expect that. I'm going to get that. I know that, but certainly that is my number one goal, right? To interject independence and just tons of social emotional learning into math content. I think second outcome, I want to see the outliers unleashed. And I'll explain that, right? Like the GT kids who are checked out and have spent years in a spiraling curriculum, relearning things that they already know, unleashing them into content that has no ceiling. I mean, I have 4th grade kids working in 6th grade content right now, which is great, right? To see GT really transformed, I think, is huge. And then at the same time, those kids who are on the complete other end of the spectrum, students who've struggled, students who may or may not be on IEPs, who tend to have incredibly closed mindsets about their own abilities, but once they slog through mastery of some foundational content and realize, oh my gosh, like I can do this. Not only can I do this and get like a 60%, I can get a 100%. I can crush this just like every other kid in the classroom does, right? Those getting those outliers, I think, really transforming them and getting them through a way more content than they ever would have gotten through in a traditional classroom, right? That is goal number 2. And goal number 3 is to transform school into a fun and engaging place to be, right? I want to be able to take what I do right here anywhere. We're piloting learning on the go initiatives in my room where we're taking my math content in the form that we do it sitting in seats in this school and doing it all around the city. We spent a month going to the Science and Nature Museum, and I had students passing unit exams, with flying colors, sitting in the atrium at the Denver Museum of Nature and Science. That doesn't happen, in any kind of traditional setting. And a traditional classroom, you just don't have the tools for that. It's just not possible. But when you kind of take the digital tools that the flipped classroom provides, it really just allows you to turn the city, the world around us into our classrooms, which is what we want. I mean, that's our expectation for our professionals, right? Like for you and me, right? The idea is that I can take my work and I can do it at a Starbucks, or I can take my work and I can go sit in the atrium at the museum, and I can call people and I can check emails and I can, work on a project and I can meet there with people to collaborate on things, right? It's not, learning doesn't just happen in a classroom. And that's what 99% of kids in the world probably think, is I learn when I'm at school. And school is in a building. And in that building is a room, and that room is where I learn, right? And that's not true. That's not what I want for students. And I know that's not what parents want for their kids, certainly, and that's not what we need in the world anymore, right? And so, by learning in this way and by making, by really making the students the drivers of this kind of thing and using these digital tools, we can take what we're doing anywhere. You can take it on a bus and drive into the mountains and learn while we go. So that's absolutely goal number 3, to expand the classroom beyond just the room.